another episode of Candid Conversations. Today I have two lovely guests. I have Gabrielle and I have Cherokee Town again. But today we're talking about something really important. It's about social media and loving yourself, not giving into comparison, not giving into depression. And we want to talk about that and also offer really helpful tips, especially for you young ladies who are just eating up Instagram. We love Instagram.
Oh yeah.
We're all about it.
Yeah.
But we want to talk about how we can navigate the social media world and still fully love ourselves, live into who we were created to be, believe who we are before God and all those things.
Yeah.
So let's get started.
I think it's so easy when you go on Instagram. This has happened to me so many times where you are just doing your daily life and you scroll through your feed and all of a sudden it's half the people you're looking at are traveling, half of them look like models or have the latest bag or the best makeup.
Yeah.
Sometimes I get so sad when I see all of these people getting packages of free makeup
PR,
and
PR packages. I would love to get some PR packages.
I'm just by that alone your life is better than mine.
Yeah.
But at the same time, it's such, I don't want to say it's such a lie, but it's not the full truth.
Yeah.
In the sense of Instagram is a highlight reel.
Yeah.
It's you putting your best foot forward. It's you trying to put your best self, your best side forward.
My good side. See, actually, this turned out to be not my good side.
I know, that
okay.
actually isn't mine either, but
we love
it
ourselves.
doesn't matter.
Yeah.
At the end of the day. But it's I've had times where it's I've definitely woken up, scrolled through, and it's you have to fight discouragement first thing in the morning.
Mm-hmm. I would say two things. I would say one of the things I've had to do because our business is on social media was create hours in the day. Okay, when am I going to be on my phone? Am I going to look at it as soon as I wake up and right before I go to bed? And when I find that and it's hard, it's not easy. I still have to fight to create hours. This is when I'm going to work, a little bit of scrolling, and because I can spend all day. I'm I just spent 6 hours on social media.
And I feel exhausted.
Yes, in my mind, I can feel it. My thoughts are just completely different. So I try to fight for what are my work hours? My husband's looking at me you gonna put the phone down? Are we gonna talk?
My husband's like that too. This is family time. This is me time.
Yeah. So creating hours, reading a book before I go to bed, talking to Jesus.
Yes.
First, as soon as I open my eyes. And another thing is, I feel the Holy Spirit definitely shouting to me just from working online is, I made you all different for a reason. Yes. Your callings are different. Well, some of them are the same, but I made you, your looks, the way you look, your personality. And so
your life.
Actually just engaging with the Holy Spirit. How did you make me? Why did you make me? I know it sounds okay, Christianity 101, but honestly, I had to wake up in the morning when I hated my hair, when I hated certain features, I had to speak you love my hair, and it literally shifted. Yeah. And I could just cry just thinking about it because I was comparing so much, and so those two things really pulled me out. So
totally. Dude, actually, I'm gonna be vulnerable, but there was a time that I was following only Persian makeup artists, and they're the most
gorgeous,
beautiful women in the world. But I realized that I would start to, because that's what I was getting my makeup inspo, my fashion inspo from. I would look in the mirror and not see a Persian woman because I'm Chinese. Okay, it's not happening. And I see those gorgeous big eyes and the nose and whatever in the body, and I start to actually feel ugly. What you set your eyes on, literally what you set your eyes on, is is how you start to perceive the world. And that's really dangerous, ladies. You have, Cherokee said, you have to be focusing on what the Lord says about you. It sounds so cliche, but like she said, not one of us is made exactly the same, and that's where I think true beauty comes from. I can like your dress and like your makeup and your style, but it's about appreciating something, taking from that, but also appreciating yourself. You know what I'm saying?
I'm not gonna lie, I actually looked at your page all the time and I'm like, Richard, we're not traveling. Wait, don't go in. But no, it's so true.
And the funny thing with that is it's for me, even when I do travel, it's for work.
Yeah.
90% of the time. And so it's the shot that you get is the 5 minutes where you're on the road
the
driving.
One time, everything else is in this cage of no windows.
Yeah, exactly. But it's hard because I'm like, I realize that it creates that facade a little bit, and it is tough because it's like, for me, I'm like, oh, I do want to get a nice photo because I'm here in like maybe Mexico or something. But then knowing like, oh, this is sneaky and this is tough. But then knowing like, okay, if this is how it is for me, this has got to be the way it is for
everybody.
Too.
Yeah. I do have a lot of female viewers, and I know like Instagram. Oh my gosh, when you follow other moms, other females. Right. It's like there's so many pros to it though, because I've connected with so many people over it, but at the same time, there's that danger of like oversaturation. Is that the right word? I feel like, okay, oversaturation. Where like, oh, her life is so perfect. I feel like a horrible mom. Like, how do you navigate through this, guys? Give some pointers.
I'm not in the mom world yet.
What? She's actually pregnant.
She's pregnant, baby, on the way. But yeah, I think in like that can apply in so many things that it feels like a rat race or like a keeping up with the Joneses or something. I just realized like there's some people that have talents and abilities that maybe I don't have, and depending on even like what it is, sometimes you can get like provoked in a good way to be like, oh, I want to get better at this. Like, I don't know, someone who's like an amazing cook or is like making more like natural stuff. It's like, oh, if I want to actually grow in that area, then following that person is a great inspiration. But I think sometimes it's also knowing like what are your limits as far as like even what you're capable of, because you're only going to be able to be good at so many things. Realistically, it's like you can be really good at like one or two things maybe. And so it's like for me, I have to realize like, okay, I'm not a good cook. That is my struggle bus all the way, and I feel so bad, and I do want to get better at it. But I know, like, okay, I'm not going to become a chef overnight, and I'm not even passionate enough about it to, like, try to make that. So rather than feeling, like, shamed for it when I'm seeing all these other moms who are, like, making amazing food, I'm just realizing, you know what, I'm going to do the best that I can. But I'm going to try to excel in the things that I know that I am gifted in. And the things that, like, God has given me that it's, like, that person's not going to be able to do that, but it goes back to like, that's my talent. That's the thing that like I have to give.
I love that. I actually really love that because this guy's like the rest over here. I hope that's super loud. I think it does come down to identity, like knowing how God created you, what your giftings are, and going after those things, and then celebrating someone else's strengths, because then we can come together and work together. We can be a family now. Now we can like give and serve, and it's just a totally different way of looking at it.
Just celebrating one another without saying, oh, I'm not that, oh, I'm not that. It's like, you got it, and you're doing amazing. Can you show me a little bit? Can you teach me? So I love the community without looking at Christina and going, she's got this,
I know.
I'm like, I don't want to do that. It's talking with the Holy Spirit, but it feels so good to look at my sisters and be like, I'm not.
I'm championing.
Is it covetous?
Covetous.
There you go.
Covetous. Envious. Jealous.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
it's awesome.
Okay, food here. Go ahead.
You can go right
Our food is here. Thank you. Oh my God, this is so much food. I'm not gonna eat this bread.
Absolutely. Can I get you anything while you're working on those?
Got this.
Do you need anything? Do you have hot? No, we got my favorite cholula. Thank you. So one thing I will say though, like what I loved about what Cherokee said is like creating boundaries. Like if you feel your heart going in a direction, then maybe don't look through Instagram. Like don't worry, you're not missing out. Someone else is gonna post something the next day. It's not a big deal.
I like recently read from someone that I follow, and she has like an amazing feed. But she puts a timer on herself when she's scrolling.
I love that.
And she said actually like 90%, and she's pretty big. Yeah, but she said 90% is like her looking at her own feed and interacting with people on her own feed, which I was like, okay, that's cool.
Yeah.
And 10% is scrolling
Other people's,
which you can get inspiration, you can get whatever.
Yeah.
Now, I don't know if I would go to that extreme as far as the percentages, but I really liked the idea of putting a timer on yourself.
Totally.
Because it is true, like you can you can like sit down and be like, oh, I just really need to look for a few minutes. And then it's like 30 minutes later and you're still sitting there scrolling.
Totally.
And now you have probably at least 100 different conversations,
Images in your head.
images.
Totally.
And you're subconsciously going to be thinking about that stuff
absolutely.
for the rest of the day. So I'm like, the traffic that's there and the, like whether it's comparison or not, sometimes it's just like having all of that in your head. It's a lot.
It is a lot. Like what I hear, like with marketing, because of social media, you have to get at least, at bare minimum, 29 points of contact with someone, whether it's in a feed or something, because of how much we're being like hit with like images and captions and video. I mean, it's just so insane. Also, what Cherokee mentioned, I'm so guilty of it, but having Instagram be like the first thing you look at when you wake up is deadly. Either it bolsters you because you're like, it like fake makes you happy because you're like, oh, I got like all these views, or it can like totally murder your day. We're like, how come nobody liked my post? Or how come everyone liked that girl? Like it just feeds that comparison.
Just going back to that one, talking to Jesus in the morning, and read a book. Read a book. I'm telling you, my sleep is not well when I'm like this. And also, even if you have to go to the extreme, and again, we're not perfect at this. We tried it. We need to get back on it. But even if you have to put your phones out of your room, buy an alarm clock.
We started doing that. This
Buy
is
an
getting
alarm
deadly.
clock. Put it in the closet. Do something because you're literally always going to reach.
Yes.
So it's a huge tip. It helps me a lot.
Dude, actually, CJ, my husband, found this statistic that for kids, screens like that blue light and like anything on an iPad or a TV actually has the same chemical reaction in your head as people who are doing crack or heroin.
Yeah.
So that is actually something, and something that I
What's that? It's like a certain hormone that's released.
is it like
dopamine.
dopamine. So I mean, not saying to not do it, but just realize that there's a huge effect that our phones or media has on this.
Because I think that's what dopamine releases, right?
Yeah.
It's like kind of an addictive thing, which can be good.
Yeah.
I don't want to sound like a scientist, I know. But I will say like a couple things that have helped me. Definitely the boundaries, for sure. It's jam. I was like so confused too. I was like, why is this so
Look at
jelly?
this, it's bouncy.
I was like,
I
is
thought
that
it was ketchup.
My
bad.
Jam.
No, go ahead.
But when it comes to like body image stuff, this has been really helpful for me. And I know like maybe not everyone has this because it takes Benji, my husband, doing it, but the amount of times that he affirms me with my looks, with my body, like even now being pregnant and like just being a little bit more conscious of like weight gain and all of that, that helps me so much. It's like I just have someone speaking life, affirmation, truth, and saying like, what, like you don't need to compare. I love you the way you are, and it's like that means the world when it's like the one person you're spending the rest of your life with loves you, genuinely loves you for who you are. It's really helped me with image and stuff.
Yeah. I want to even take that further and go back to what Cherokee said about like affirming yourself in the morning. Actually, my husband just did a video on this. It's a plug. I'm going to tag it right here, so go check that out. But it's about changing your mindset, about like fighting those lies. Like I feel like after like following all those Persian makeup artists, I thought I was ugly, so I literally have to stop following them.
Yeah.
And I have to start telling myself, I'm beautiful. I am beautiful. The way my nose is big. I love it. You made it. Your nose. I love it too.
But I think know when to unfollow. That's a big one.
Knowing when to unfollow, and not because they're bad, but it's like causing a negative response in you. It's like knowing when to unfollow, and then you gotta love yourself first and foremost. I think we're gonna end this video now. We're gonna finish our brunch / what is this? I guess it is
It's like in the afternoon. It's like 12 right now or 1.
So we're eating breakfast food.
The pregnant person wanted breakfast.
If you like to see more conversations like this around like body image, self-love, social media, like how to navigate all those emotions because they're real, please hit that like button. It helps me know what to create. Anyways, and also don't forget to subscribe and join the family and comment below. Follow these girls. Boom. It's going there. Follow them. They're amazing. They have great feeds. They give tremendous value on their social media platforms, and they're just beautiful and awesome. Great role models as well. See See you next video. Bye.